G'day, Steve Morgan here, Australian Bass Tournaments, and we have finished the second round of the 2021 Daiwa BREAM Series. We are at Lake Macquarie at the Sunline round, and we had a runaway winner this weekend. Jamie McKeown over 3 kilos between first and Paul Langley in second place, mate. When you woke up this morning, did you think you were going to win? And secondly, did you think you were going to win by that much? You had a pretty special deal going on.
Yeah, no, I didn't think I was going to win today. I just had a feeling that it wasn't going to pan out, and the first probably hour started like that. But yeah, no, could never dream that I was going to do it by 3 kilo.
Let's have a look at your 2 bags over the course of the weekend. Day one, it was around 3.6 kilos, 2 yellowfin and 3 tarwine in it. But then today, explain the weight and the composition of that bag. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah, so they were all tarwine today. It was 5.7 kilo, and I think the smallest one I had in there was 33 fork, and I had 3 that were between 37.5 and 39. So yeah, they were all great.
And as we've learned, about a 39 fork tarwine weighs about 1.35 kilos. So you took home the YOLO Tech Big Brim and then won $500 for that. It's surprisingly similar to the brim. Like a 39 centimetre brim will weigh that, or maybe even a little bit more. Like they are apples for apples length weight.
Yeah, I think they pretty much are. Like they look huge. The ones up at that bridge, they have massive heads, but their stomachs are all sucked in, so they were pretty light on sort of thing, as in weight, I guess. But yeah, their heads make up for skinny belly, I guess.
It is, and that's right. A brim has maybe a smaller head and a bigger body, and it all works out. So we've been waiting ever since we introduced the tarwine rule a couple of years ago for someone to crack the code on the tarwine, and you've done it here. Take us through the technique and the spot that you used to do it. We saw you at the bridge yesterday doing it in the highlights. Was it the same place today?
Yeah. So it was bridge all day again today. It's like, you live by that sword, you die by that sword. So it was a slow start, and I thought this morning it was going to be. I had to catch them early. I really thought I was going to, because I had a little bit of slack water. The tides are about 3 hours out from what they say on Willy Weather or anything like that. So I knew this morning I'd have some slack water, and I thought, well, I've got to have 5 probably within the hour, and I had nothing. So, I considered a couple of times of bailing out and go and do boats or something like that, but I just thought, nah, just stay there. And then after an hour, I think it was, I got a big one, like it was 39 fork, and I thought, I only probably need 3 or 4 of them, and that would be enough. So I stuck it out, and I'd probably get one every hour or so. I think I caught about 7 or 8 fish all day today, and they were all good fish. So.
Your non-boater Kevin Lynn came up in the weigh-in, and he was pretty excited. He said that you had scuba divers, jet skis, dolphins. You had the works going on there. It's a pretty busy joint on a fine Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. I had a dolphin sitting on the hydro wave for probably 15 minutes this morning when the tide was slack, when I really needed it to not be there. And while it was there, Kevin caught I think he got a kilo, 1.1 or something like that. He caught that on a samaki vibe. So I thought, oh, right, it's going to be one of them days. The dolphin's just going to hang around me, and my non-boater's going to school me from the back. So it was, and there was a million jet skis. None of them know the speed limit or how far away they should be from other boats. And then we had betos just come up, and they'd watch us catch a fish, and then they'd tie up to that exact pylon. And
yeah, challenging.
It was interesting, that's for sure.
Take us through the rig you're using, and then how you used your new Lowrance Active target to help confirm that you're sort of thrown in the right spot.
Yeah, so pre-fish day I spent all day there, and it took a long time to work them out. I pretty much knew that there wasn't a huge amount of yellowfin brim there, and I don't think there's a massive amount of tarwine there either. I think they're probably residents, maybe. I don't really know much about them, but I could use the active target, and you could really see where the pylons were holding bait, and then you could see where the brim were, or the tarwine were, and there were probably 3 or 4 pylons that were consistent. That you could, if you caught one or if you lost one, you pretty much knew, or I worked out that you pretty much had to leave it for at least half an hour, because they would pick up and move and then go back afterwards, and you could go back and then find them again, or find them on the other pylon. So, but I'm using a Samaki Zing Extreme V2 701. I think it's, what's that? So it's 7 foot, 2 to 6 pound.
You just read that.
Yeah, I did. It's a little bit it's a little bit heavier than what I would usually use. So it's, and obviously because I'm using the heavy cranky crab with weight.
What's that weight you've got on it there? And you said this is the lightest one you used all weekend.
Yeah, so that's a 1/4 ounce. That's a TT snake lock head lead part, I guess. You buy them in a pack with the worm hook. I think they use them. I was using them in the Barra Tour. They use them for bass and stuff like that on a weedless sort of setup. So I just found them to be simplest to put on. And I know when I fished there and Franco won the grand final, I was using these like sinker bombs. They've got a swivel on it, and you got to put it on the clip on the split ring, and they get tangled quite a bit when you cast them, and they don't seem to get tangled as much. So, yeah.
What sort of reel and braid you got on there? I noticed that is not a light finesse leader.
No, that's so. Yesterday I was using 8 pound, and today I had to go to 10 pound because I just got blown away yesterday. So if I had have landed everything from yesterday, I reckon it would have been a well over 10 kilo bag. But so I don't even know what braid that is. It's fairly old, that one, and it's just a Daiwa. I think what's the brand of that one? It's the Tierra, so 2000.
You read that as well.
Yeah. That's probably my most expensive reel.
Yeah. So you don't need the real expensive reels to get it done. But hey, Samaki, Daiwa, an ABT sponsor, Daiwa an ABT sponsor, and Cranker an ABT sponsor. Right in that sponsor karma to get it done, mate. Yep. And I noticed one final customisation you got on the crab. They don't look like the standard hooks on the small crab, and that's not the standard colour. What have you done?
So I found on pre-fish day that I paint the crabs like sometimes, and I found
randomly.
Yeah. So pre-fish day, I found that the painting crabs were actually probably attracting a bit more. So what I had worked out is the UV crabs have got that really cool bright orange part on there, and they've got the orange tips on the claws. So I paint them like a green colour with some black specks, and purposely leave that orange and the orange on the claws, and it just seems to attract them a bit more. So, yeah.
Well, no one can argue the effectiveness of your technique, mate. You won $3,500 first prize, another $500 for the YOLO Tech Big Bream, which was about 1.35, something like that, 1.36, and another $250 for that Mercury V8 that you have on the back there, mate. So I think your trip south is you've already paid for it, mate. You've got the Oz Open to go.
Yeah, I can sort of relax now, because I think I might have used all my good karma up today and a bit yesterday. So yeah, I'll go out and have a look around tomorrow for the Oz Open and just go fishing now. So yeah, it'll be good.
Well, there you go. There is an interview with a winner that's won by over 3 kilograms over the rest of the entire 56 boat field. Jamie McKeown, another Queenslander, getting it done down in New South Wales.